Okay. All right. Welcome to the very first video of Mr. Loyd Tries. Okay. So what Mr. Loyd Tries is, this is going to be something that a project that I'm going to try to bring to you guys, I'm going to bring to you guys while we are away from each other. All right. This gets its roots from a Genius Hour project, which is something that I used to do with my college writing class. I know Miss Melville did it this fall with her college writing class, and I first heard about it from Miss Tomich when I was working at the community school. Okay, so this is what we call Genius Hour. All right, and what is Genius Hour? Okay, so Genius Hour is an idea that has kind of caught on in the last 5 to 6 years. And the concept is that you guys are all geniuses in your own right, and many of you might be snickering, and some of you like to get down on yourself, but you are okay in the things that you choose to apply yourself at. You are a genius, and thus far in your schooling career, we have kind of brought to you the things that we need you to learn. So you sit down in class. I teach you about the French Revolution. You learn about the French Revolution. You take a test on the French Revolution, and then you forget everything that you've ever learned about the French Revolution, and you're done with it. Okay. All right. This is a little bit different. Okay. So instead of me telling you what you need to learn, I want you guys to try to figure out something that you're passionate about, something that you really care about. Okay. So for me, I'm going to try to get better at chess. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit later, a little bit more about that in a little bit, about why chess. But for you, it could be anything. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a language. Maybe you've always wanted to get better at cooking. Maybe you've wanted to learn more about your family history, whatever it may be. Okay, find out what you're passionate about and teach yourself how to do that. Okay, and through the process, hopefully recording a little bit about how you learn and learning a little bit more about it. Okay, so this is something where it's driven by you. All right, and you're learning something. And I cannot think of a better time in history for you to teach something to yourself when you don't have your teachers there. So yeah. All right. So where it comes from is originated from Google. And this is kind of, they've mixed reviews on this, but it started with Google giving their engineers 20% of their time. So 20% of their day to work on their own projects that they were passionate about. Some things that have come out of this is they've come up with like vehicles that can maneuver like the really narrow streets of like European cities like Rome and Paris to do the Google Street View, because a car won't go down all the narrow alleys of Rome and Paris. Google News, okay, came out of this Genius Hour project. Okay, and so this is something that I'm going to try to bring to you guys. And through the process of bringing it to you, I'm going to conduct my own Genius Hour project to hopefully kind of like model and show you how it is that this can be done. Okay, so where this is going to start and where I'm going to start for myself, just because I have my roots are in journalism, so this is kind of natural for me. Okay, but I think it's good to kind of get your mind around what your project is by answering your 5 W's. Okay, who, what, where, when, why. Okay, and we're going to talk about the very important 6th question on my last slide. Okay, and that's something I'm going to talk more about tomorrow. All right, so the who. All right, me, Mr. Loyd, D Money. All right, so this is important, okay, because you need to find out what it is that's going to motivate you, okay, because you're at the center of this project. You're the person that's coming up with the ideas. You're the person that is going to have to motivate yourself on those days that you don't want to do the project, all right? That you're the person, so you need to know more about what it is that's going to drive you to get you there, okay? So you might be asking, Mr. Loyd, why do you have that very cheesy mustache right now? And I'm going to tell you that started off as being not entirely related to this, but as I sat down to do this recording, I had a mustache because, why not? I don't have to see people. But I've kind of decided for myself that I'm going to keep this mustache until I achieve my ultimate goal. Okay. So this will be kind of like my badge. All right. That drives me forward. Every day when I look in the mirror and I see this mustache, I'm gonna be like, all right, Mr. Loyd, you got to get better at chess today. All right. So figure out what it is, the thing that's going to drive you. Okay. Whatever that may be. All right. Whatever that may be. Okay. What? Okay. So I have a very specific goal, and this is important. All right. It's important that you guys have something that is specific. It's measurable. Okay. It's reasonable and it's timely. Okay. So for me, I would like to raise my chess rating for Blitz chess from 961. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a typo. I'm at a 965 right now. Okay, from 965 to 1200 on the application chess.com. Okay, so this is something that is important. It's not. I'll talk more about why here in a second. Okay, But first off, what is Blitz chess? Blitz chess is a style of chess where each player has 5 minutes to make their moves. So how it works is I make my move, and as soon as I make my move, my opponent's clock starts. When they make their move, vice versa, my clock will start. And if either player's clock goes to 0, then that player automatically loses. Okay, so this is a very high-speed form of chess. You don't have the time to sit and think as much as you do in long-form chess. There's a few reasons why I like Blitz chess. One, as many of you guys know, I have the ADDs, okay? So I have, it's really hard for me to sustain my attention for long periods of time. And so in standard chess, clock settings are usually an hour to even 90 minutes per player. So that means that a chess game could go anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, okay? And that's really hard for me to sustain my attention over that period of time. So Blitz chess is nice for how my mind works. Also, it's just really enjoyable that I'm able to get games in quickly as I'm waiting in the lobby or whatever it is that I might be doing. And so that's one of the reasons why it is that I play Blitz chess. Okay, the when and the where, okay? This is very, very important, okay? So listen closely. Here and now is when we're doing this, guys. Okay. All right. So credit to NPR for this graphic. But it's really important because for many of us, okay, everything that we want to do, the big things that we try to get done in our life are always put off until tomorrow. All right. We're going to finally learn that language tomorrow. We're going to, build that birdhouse tomorrow. All right. And we are awesome as human beings at coming up for reasons why tomorrow never comes. Okay, maybe you don't have the time. Okay, you don't have the resources. You don't have the just the gumption, and it's really just easy just to stay where you're at and be comfortable. Okay, but right now we are in an unprecedented time in human history, and you may never have the level and the amount of free time that you do at this moment. Okay, consider that. For the rest of your life, you are going to be more busy than you are right now. And I know for many of you that might seem like a welcome thing, okay, because you're bored right now, okay? But take advantage of this because you might never have this opportunity again, okay? So take this opportunity here and now to get better at whatever it is that you choose, okay? So here's my why, all right? One, I like chess, okay? I've been playing chess since I was a very young child. When I was a kid, I kind of associated being good with chess with being intelligent. There's been mixed studies on whether or not success at chess is directly tied to intelligence, but that's neither here nor there. And I've also I've really enjoyed getting better at chess. When I was in college, I bought my first chess book by Jose Capablanca, who's pictured here, who I put a link in my blog about him. He's a scary chess god from the 1900s. Okay. But in his book, The Fundamentals of Chess, I learned just a few very basics about chess. I learned about opening moves. I learned about endgame. I learned about how the different pieces cooperate together and different things like forking an opponent or skewering. Okay. These chess terms. And I found that with just a very little amount of practice and in study of these kind of techniques, my chess game got much better. Okay. And you guys know I'm an athlete. I'm a coach. I was really encouraged by that. So I've just very much enjoyed seeing myself improve at the game. Okay, which kind of brings me to my next why, and that is that it's a couple things. One, it's a barometer for my life. Okay, I've seen. So I've been playing chess for a long time. I've got. I think I just looked at it. I've got close to 2,700 games of Blitz chess. That's just Blitz chess. That's not longer form games, which I also have played a lot of. And I have a tremendous amount of data about how I have gotten better and worse at the game over the course of really when I started playing earnest here in mid 2014. So over roughly 6 years, I've gotten a lot of data about myself at chess. And it's really over this course of time, it's become a barometer for my life. It's been a way to measure how good or poorly my life's going. So if we look at this chart and we see these peaks, each of these peaks, in a way, is associated with a time that my life has been going particularly well. We see kind of a big peak here. All right. And that's not necessarily because we're off of school. That's actually kind of been a bummer for me, but I've had some other positive things going on in my life as of late. Okay. But I've been playing very good chess. Okay. Likewise, when we look at these valleys, we see that these are times in my life when things have been particularly stressful or difficult. Okay. So as you can see, this has kind of been a rough patch for me through about a year. And in just like the past couple of months, things have kind of been starting to look up. Okay. Another aspect of this comes down to this idea of the OK plateau. Okay. And the OK plateau is something that I took from the book Moonwalking with Einstein by Joshua Foer, who actually Cal Cornell currently has my copy of this. Okay. So he's had it for about 11 months, and I think he's maybe 95 pages in. So hashtag read a book, Cal. If you know Cal Cornell, if you could please harass him to read a book, I'd very much appreciate it. But in the book, Joshua Foer talks about this idea of an OK plateau. And that is that we all reach these whenever we get good enough at a skill. We just kind of get to a point where we're not actively getting better at it. And driving is a great example. Most of us will drive and we'll get good enough that we'll avoid major accidents and traffic tickets. And then we just kind of plateau. All right. We don't really get that much better after that because we don't need to. And really, we shouldn't actively be thinking about getting better at driving because we have other things that we're doing. Okay. Unfortunately, when we are trying to get really good at something, a lot of times we hit this. Okay. You could ask, so a lot of golfers, they've been playing golf for 40 years and they still suck. All right. Because they don't actually do the deliberate practice to try to break through this plateau. So for me, even though if you look at all of these peaks throughout my lifespan, the last 6 years of playing chess, they've all kind of been in this mid 900 range. Okay. So I've kind of hit my plateau for chess and I've never really been able to get by that. So I very much would like to use this time to kind of deliberately put my mind at work at breaking through this plateau. All right. And it's not just because of chess. Okay. In life, we all reach plateaus. We reach them in our careers. We reach them in our relationships. We reach them in so many aspects of our life. And so I'm hoping through the course of this project and specifically especially this part, sharing it out, talking about myself actively trying to get better at chess, that I will hopefully learn more about how it is that I break through those plateaus. And maybe, just maybe, by getting better at chess, by learning how to break through those plateaus in chess, I might be able to become a better teacher or a better wrestling coach or a better boyfriend or a better cat dad. I don't know. Or I might be able to become better at all these different aspects of my life. So those are my 5 W's. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to take another video and I'm going to look at a very, very important question. All right. And that is how. Okay. And so I'm going to try to figure out what is going to be my strategy for breaking through that plateau and ultimately achieving my goal of becoming a 1200 rating on chess.com. All right. So I hope that you guys will join me for this journey. And more importantly, I hope that you guys come up with your own Genius Hour projects. Find something. You have this time in your life. Okay. So get off the couch. Okay. Get off the video games or maybe get really good at that video game. All right. Do something with this time because it truly is. It can either be a blessing or a curse. So let's try all together to kind of make it a blessing. All right. So talking more about you guys tomorrow. I hope you join for my journey. All right. This has been Mr. Loyd Tries. See y'all.